Guys, welcome to Tobi Speak. It's nice having you on this platform again where we discuss wisdom for living. Alright. Can you believe that we are in the sixth month of the year already? It feels like yesterday where everybody write down their goals, write down their ambition, write down their new year resolution as it were. But here we are, 6 months into the year. So the question I'm asking you now is, how far have you gone in fulfilling that which you have proposed for the year? How far have you gone in achieving your goals, your aim for the year? How far have you gone in ensuring that your resolution for the year is being actualized? Alright, so basically, I understand that maybe the year has not been going as planned. Some of the resolutions you wrote down, you've not been able to achieve them and all of that. That's why I'm here. So I want to show us three important things where that will help us to actualize our goals. 6 months is gone already, so we want to maximize the next 6 months in actualizing our goal and ensuring that our resolution for the year is kept and fulfilled. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is planning. Yes, many times when we write down our goals, write down our aspiration, our ambition as it were for the year, we do that many times out of emotion. We don't have a structural plan for that which we want to achieve. So the first thing we want to do now is to sit down with your resolution, sit down with your goals, sit down with the things you intend to achieve, and then plan it out. How do you intend to achieve it? It's not just enough for you to have things you want to achieve. It's not just enough for you to have goals you've set for yourself to achieve. You must come to that point where you have structured plan for the year goals. You must have structured plan for the goal. Do you understand what I'm saying? Bishop Oyedepo said, praying without planning is like playing without knowing. Yes, you must have a plan on how you intend to achieve the things you want to achieve. Do you understand? Very, very important. If you are going to maximize the second half of the year, it must be that you plan it. Have a plan for it. So the second thing I want to talk about is taking control. Now, when I talk about taking control, you want to measure how far you've come and how far you have to go. Now, this is what it means to take control. You measure your actual performance against your standard performance. Alright? Yes, you measure your actual performance against your standard performance. What is your actual performance? Your actual performance is where you are now, as touching your goals, as touching your ambition, as touching your resolution. Where are you now? Your standard performance is as touching what you plan to do. Where are you supposed to be now? So for instance, if you plan to read 24 books this year, right? So by now you should be on the 12th book already. Does that make sense? So if you now sit back and say, how many books have I read this year? I'm supposed to read 24 this year. How many have I read? I've read 4 this year. So that is your actual performance. So what is your standard performance? Your standard performance is supposed to be 12. So it's important to measure where you are now as against where you ought to be and where you want to be. So doing this helps you maximize time. So you begin to channel your energy towards the right direction, not just doing things haphazardly. Now, the first thing is to have a plan, structured plan on how you intend to achieve the things you want to achieve. After having that plan, the next thing you want to do is to measure. Now you've planned, measure where you are as against where you want to be. Then your plan will now capture how you want to catch up with your goals, how you want to catch up with where you want to be now, so you can actualize or achieve your goal for the year. And the third thing I want to talk about is taking control. Now, we've talked about planning. Planning is very, very important. We talk about measuring where you are as against where you want to be, your actual performance as against your standard performance. Now, when those two things have been done, then you want to take control. You want to take control. Now, what does it mean to take control? What it means to take control is that you want to take charge of the journey. All right. So you want to look at the gaps. You want to look at, the things that you ought to do that you have not been doing, and start doing them. That's what it means to take control. Do you get what I'm saying? First year may not have gone as planned. The first year may not have gone the way you intend it to go. But this time around, you can still sit down, you can still catch up. Alright, so you plan wisely, you take corrective measure, you measure measures to be talked about that, and you do what? You take control, you take charge. December is coming, and your action today will determine the story you tell December. By the time December comes, I want to see you happy, feeling fulfilled that you achieved your goals for the year, and you did much more than you planned for the year. Alright. This is Tobi Speaks, where we discuss wisdom for living. Stay intentional, stay focused, and keep moving forward. God is helping us.